Acting?
Acting.
Hi, I'm Alicia.
And I'm Tiana.
We're two working actors. We happen to be women.
We happen to be Black. Sometimes that matters.
And sometimes it doesn't. Either way,
we're here to talk about all things acting, from personal experiences
to the industry itself, and of course our love of the craft.
So join us as we chat with each other, as well as the occasional acting friend, as we talk about all things
acting.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Well, do you want to start us off, or do you?
I can.
Yeah.
I don't remember how we were doing because the intro's already going. Okay, yeah, I can start. Episode 2. No.
Could you imagine?
Okay, so welcome back to episode 2 of the Acting podcast.
Yeah, here we are.
Again.
We made it another week.
Yeah. Yeah, so last week we kind of gave general information about our journey, and as the weeks go on, obviously we're going to get more into it. But this week we wanted to touch on 2 things in particular. One being Netflix.
Yes, Netflix, specifically Netflix buying Warner Brothers, because I have thoughts and opinions.
Yeah, what a mess. Let's just dive into that.
Because girl, it's crazy. We are in an opportunistic time where Netflix is building a studio in New Jersey, and we are in the Philadelphia region, right? So Netflix is building a studio in New Jersey. That means there's going to be a lot of opportunity coming up.
Great news for us.
Great news. At the same time, they are actively trying to change the landscape of the industry as we know it for the worse, it seems. Because what do you mean? What do you mean you want to take away theatrical releases or limit theatrical releases? That's bananas.
I'm trying to understand, because I'm not up on everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been seeing headlines. However, the only thing I can think about is how much harder it's going to make it for people like us that are trying to break into the industry post-COVID, how much more difficult it's going to be to maybe even get the opportunity to be in the room. And that's already very, very difficult for people like us. And I feel like somehow, some way, I haven't put all the pieces together that whatever happens, it's just going to be harder for us to even obtain any type of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's gonna, because ultimately, right, at the end of the day, we both have an interest in filmmaking and creating projects, right?
Yeah.
And that's, as of right now, there are so many politics, and we don't even know the tip of the iceberg, because it's such a large world. But I feel like something like this is going to disincentivize people to seek out working with studios and trying to make projects that are going to be distributed to the mainstream public. I think this is honestly, genuinely, I think this is going to be great for the indie scene, because people are going to be like, well, shoot, I'm just going to make my own thing.
Oh yeah.
Yes. But I mean, that means it's going to be harder for things to get distributed and seen.
Yeah. And I love going to the theater. I just have to say that's on my self-care day. If I need to take a self-care day, going to the movies is one of the things that I do.
Yes.
So I don't know what that means, but I still want to have the ability to choose if I can go to the theater or if I can stay home. Streaming's great and everything, but I do want that option. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's the ritual of it. I think as humans, we're such ritualistic creatures. We like having a process to do something, and going to the theaters, it's like you get up, you get dressed, and maybe it's like Barbenheimer, and you wear a cute outfit, or you just go with your friends or your family, and you go and you get to the concession stand. You smell the popcorn, you hear the drinks, you hear the chatter. There's something about that communal theater experience, just sitting in a theater with other people who are there to see that movie.
There are several experiences that I will never forget being in the theater. One of which was Breaking Dawn Part 2.
I'm not a Twilight person.
Listen, I will never forget, the shock. Anyway, Black Panther,
Mm,
and of course
yes.
Infinity War. Like those experiences though, like you were saying, like they cannot be replicated at home,
Hmm.
obviously. And also there's a sense of community when you
Yes.
go, which like that sounds stupid to say, but it's like when people are
No,
hyped
it's
up.
not.
And also, do they
Yes.
still do midnight releases anymore?
I don't know if they do midnight releases. I haven't been to one in
Yeah.
years. Oh
Because
my
they've kind
God.
of like pushed it back. So now it's like stuff doesn't even open on Friday. It opens
On
Thursday
Thursday.
afternoon.
Yes.
But it's
Correct.
like those midnight releases were so much fun, and you would have like such camaraderie with people you didn't know, never would see again, and
Yes.
also probably in another instance would not interact with. But it's like there's a common
That
goal.
moment.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes. And even like, okay, so I've started going like every week I'll go with my friend Nate to the movies, and either we'll do discount Tuesdays or we'll do secret movie Mondays. And you get to see a secret movie. It's
Hmm.
upcoming release, typically going to be released within the next month. And going to the secret releases, you're sitting in a theater full of people, and it's so much more casual than like
Yes.
a typical regular movie, because
Yeah.
like it's almost like you're in your living room, but like you're in your living room with all these people. I don't know, it's just like you said, it's that experience, that communal
Yeah.
experience, that community, that just like you're there and you're experiencing this and you're feeling these feelings with these strangers, and
Yeah.
it can't be replicated at home. And honestly,
Yeah.
fuck being at home. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love being at home. I love my bed. Let's start there.
Exactly.
But there are times when we need to be with other people, and we're
Yeah.
social animals, and that's not, we
Yes.
shouldn't, this strive to create like our own little enclaves where we stay at home isolated from each other. What good is that doing us? And trying to take away the movie theater experience is just one, like,
Yeah.
we already don't have third spaces, right? Like they already
Yeah.
taken away third spaces just because capitalism, like if you're not outside being productive or spending money, then why are you outside?
Yeah.
Fine, you want us outside spending money, but why are you trying to take a place away the places where we spend money? I don't know.
Right.
It's my
Right.
soapbox.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes me a little nervous. But you know what though? At the end of the day, I was thinking about this. It's not going to deter me. Like, by the
No, no,
way,
absolutely not.
if I am doing community theater for the rest of my life, I'm okay. I'm
Mm-hmm.
fine. Like, I just want to act. I
Yeah.
want to be around people
Yeah.
that, like in community theater, are so engaged in the material. They're happy to be there. They're eager. They're creative. They actually like, they want to do this because, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
no one's getting paid, but it's like,
Right. Right.
it's so fun and it's like fulfilling a side of me. So it's like regardless, I know I'll be fine in that aspect because
Mm-hmm.
I'll always have storytelling, but it's so interesting how stuff that seemingly shouldn't we shouldn't have to worry about, like mergers and stuff like that. Yeah. That's
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
We'll see what happens. Now Paramount and Disney are in it, and we'll see what happens.
I know
Um,
one thing though. Um, I'm sick of the whole multiple streaming
mm,
that like I don't do it already. I have one or two a month, and then when I've watched everything I need to, I cancel one, might sign up for another one, like kind of, dilly-dally there. But
ever since you told me that you did that, I started like doing, because I mean times are tough,
yes.
pockets are tight.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
it's like I just actually canceled my Netflix, or no, I paused my Netflix for a month because I'm like, you know what?
Uh-huh.
I just signed up for Hulu again, just started
Yes.
paying for Hulu again. I
Yes.
got Hulu, I got
Yeah.
Amazon, I
Yeah.
got Apple. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like
I
and
limit
then when I'm done with those, I'll cycle them out.
because by the way, at one time, there's really only ever like one or two shows or maybe one
Right.
movie that I want to watch on that app. So once I get through that and maybe like do a few reruns, I'm cool. I'll see you
Mm-hmm.
guys in 6 months. Like, I'm okay.
Yeah. Call me when the next episode's out. Like,
Literally.
yeah. Yeah. No, that's such a good method. And as we are in this age of like endless streaming services, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I mean, hopefully we'll get the opportunity to audition for a show that'll be on a streaming service.
That would be phenomenal. That's the goal.
So until then, though,
Hmm.
how do you prepare for an audition
Yeah.
versus how do you prepare for a self-tape? What's your like guide? What's your go-to? What's your process that's personal to you that works for you?
I am chaotic. So I pick up the script. and I read through the script. And if it's an in-person audition, I'll usually like just practice. I'll never forget in our acting class, Brian showed back when he showed clips. He doesn't show clips anymore, but back when he showed clips in class, he showed us the one of Matthew McConaughey, saying how he'll repeat the lines when he's just doing like mundane tasks like driving, taking a
Yes.
shower, washing dishes, just like
Yes,
kind of
yes,
things like
yes.
that.
Yes.
And so for in-person auditions, I like to really lean on that because I feel like
Yeah.
that's gonna and this is if they send you the sides, because they don't always send you the sides.
Right.
But if they send you the sides, I like to do that, and then I feel like that'll help me feel comfortable in the physical environment
Yeah.
for in person. And then
Yes.
for self tapes, I'll usually just run through it until I know it, and then I'll just like stand in my bedroom like a loon, just like
Yeah.
acting out with myself.
Yeah.
Um, and then film, and then self tapes are so much more comfortable because literally you can do it as many times as you need to, and
Girl, first of all,
you know,
no, because I was just gonna ask you, do you limit yourself on the number of takes that you can do? Because I'm the opposite.
really. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Button on it. Button. We're going to
Yes.
button that
Yes.
because to answer your question, yes and no. So I'll do as many takes as I feel like I need to until I get the one. Once I get the one that I'm like,
Okay.
okay, I have a good one, then
Mhm.
I'm going to do it until I have the best one. And if I feel like after 3 or 4 takes, I'm just not really getting another one as good as the other one, then I'll
Yeah.
probably just like call it quits because,
Circle
at that
back.
point you're tired. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't I really should, I'm like a little insane. I just go, 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 go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay, so you do not.
No, here's the thing. By the way, I've only done maybe 3 or 4 self-tapes since, like
Oh,
most of
interesting.
the
Really?
things, because I've really been leaning into theater more.
You have, yeah.
And so I've been doing a lot of in-person auditions and I'm very, very comfortable doing that because now I feel like I have a routine. But with self-tapes, like there was one I did about a year ago and it was a very small like paragraph. It wasn't even a monologue. And so I didn't need a reader or anything. I think I might have done like 40 takes
Okay.
of just like, and again, it was like 13 seconds maybe, but I
Mm-hmm.
kept my camera rolling. So by the end of it, like I had like however many minutes, but I had to sift through all that to get to what I wanted. And that
Yeah.
sucked. That took me
Yeah.
like hours because then like I would, because by the way, within that 40 takes, I have two distinct ways that I was trying to get across. Because also in class, you know how Brian always says that you, if you can, you should have two prepared takes that are different that you can send to them to say, hey, I can do it this way or I could do it this
Mm-hmm.
way. And so within that, I have several versions of each one. And so I
Girl.
whittle it down to like
Girl.
15. Then I whittle it
That's
down to 10. And so it's like 5 of each. Now I'm going back and forth. It took me hours.
but oh, okay, that is a lot. I don't so you just so because I guess so you just let it run. Like you let your camera go and like you just keep going within that one take?
For that instance, yes, because it was so short. It was
Oh,
literally
okay, okay.
like, it was maybe like 3 sentences, but like
Mm-hmm.
I said it all like in one go, and it's literally it was like 15 seconds. So I'm like, in my head,
Interesting.
I'm thinking, let's just keep doing it a few times and then I'll cut it up afterwards. But I feel like I'll never do that again because that took me way too
Oh,
much
that's
time.
really intense.
And then
Yeah.
I would keep like I would be like, okay, I'll do it this time. And then, oh, let's try to do this word this way. And then I would do it again. But like you keep going,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like,
Mm-mm.
okay. Like
Going
maybe
through
if
that
I
tension.
had a reader and it was a scene and not necessarily like, a little bit of dialogue.
Are you open to advice? Is this an advice giving space?
Yeah.
Okay. Only because that is really intense to like chop it up like that.
Yeah.
So my process when I'm doing self tapes is I set up the camera and I set up my space,
Hmm.
and I'll start and stop recording, and then I'll watch it through, and I'll make note of things I want to
Yeah.
change. And
Yeah.
then if I like that take, I'll favorite it so I know to go back. Like, okay, this is one that I really liked. I can go
Yeah.
back rather than sitting and having to watch each individual one at a
Yeah.
time after you've recorded, even
Yeah.
if you weren't recording them all, like even if you were just starting and stopping, so you had like, like you knew where you
Yep.
were,
Yep.
but just like
Yep.
watching each one, and that also helps me make changes. And that's such a good point, because
Yeah.
I don't do two takes. I forget to do two takes. That's something I have to
Yeah.
work on. But yeah, I do. Oh,
Yeah.
because that is such a good point. But yeah, but that also allows you to like, oh, okay, like I don't know, like to pick out specific moments in which you like, so you don't have to sit there and think about it on the spot. Does that make sense? Or am I saying that
Yeah,
wrong?
literally. Because what I would do is like I would have like I would already know like what I wanted to do different, and
Mm-hmm.
it would be like literally like a different motivation for why I was saying X, Y, and Z. So I knew that.
Yeah,
And
interesting.
so like I was able to do like the changes or whatever, but it was just like it just surprised me how much time I spent on
Yeah,
that self-tape that like it was 15 seconds.
yeah.
And also the project didn't even end up happening. So it's like, but I've only done,
Welcome to
like, I've
acting.
done, yeah. I mean, it was good experience, but
Mm-hmm.
like, and I've done a self-tape where I've had a reader and that was like
Mm-hmm.
much more efficient because I also
Right,
did it with our coach.
right.
And we did maybe like three, four, takes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was it. So that was great. But I mean, I feel like with in-person auditions, like there's so much, I'm more comfortable doing them now because I do them so often
Mm-hmm.
that I know what to expect. And also, if I'm gonna audition for a play, I try to read through the play before I get to the audition. Most of the time, I don't have time to do that. So
It's I
I'm
was
like,
literally just thinking, I tried it too, and it did not work.
in a perfect world, I can
Yeah,
read through the entire play.
yeah.
But what I end up doing is like I take the chunks that are like more the most relevant to the character. So like if there's a
Yes, yeah.
defining monologue or a defining moment or like a scene that makes the character like, whatever, I try to
Mm-hmm.
know that. And then of course going in with the context from the writer. And then most of the time lately, I've been finding that I'm doing cold reads at the audition anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not so much about memorizing something, whereas you just need to connect with the character, your scene partner, and the director. And the more I do that, I'm so much more comfortable with being in person. And I love the
Mm-hmm.
energy of being in person more than
Yes.
like, because it's like self tapes, it's
Yeah.
like, it's just you. And then
Yeah.
when you get frustrated, it's you and your frustrations. Like, there's nothing to play off of, you know what I mean?
Right. Right. No, that's such a good point. And then no, there was, oh my gosh, what did you say? You said something. It's fine. We'll come back to it. But
Yeah.
the energy of in-person auditions, because like it's the nerves, right? Like the nerves never go away. The nerves are there,
Yeah.
but that those
Yeah.
nerves, they like lend themselves to your performance in the in-person audition.
Yeah.
And oh, I remember what it was. And then knowing your character, that was something else with in-person auditions.
Uh-huh.
I comb through the character breakdown, like
Yeah.
because I've never
Yeah.
done or I've only done one in-person audition for a play. So the other in-person auditions that I've done have been for like shorts or whatever. So I
Uh-huh.
only get the character breakdown, but like I
Yeah.
comb through it and I pick out the keywords of like who do they want this character to be? Because you're right,
Yeah.
walking in, and if it's a cold read, especially, you don't know what you're
I
about to
don't
read.
know.
But if you can
Yeah.
have like an essence of the character,
Yes.
then you can like focus on bringing the essence of that character to whatever it is that you're saying. And then
Yeah.
also, it's like auditions. I mean, obviously, you want to try to know the words, but especially cold reads, you don't have to be necessarily be as word perfect. So
Right.
because it's not really so much about like what you're saying as like how are you saying it? Are you
Yeah.
embodying your character? Are you
Yeah.
embodying like the energy that the
Yes.
scene is asking you to embody in from the
Literally.
perspective of this person that you're playing? Like there's so many things that are going into it, and I feel like
So much.
in-person auditions allows you to tap into those skills as an actor a little bit more,
Yeah.
whereas self-tape is like, yeah, you are just running it with yourself until you
Yeah.
know the lines. And yeah, you can bring the energy, like that's our job as actors, but it's like it's
Mhm.
not gonna it's gonna I don't know. I mean, it's pros and cons. Pros and cons.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and ultimately we're gonna have to get comfortable with doing both.
Exactly.
This is like, so it's I think it's more of just the more you do it, the more you
Hmm.
find what works for you. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
So We shall see.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love this question though. We should ask that like when we start having people like our friends on and stuff and seeing what everyone's like the thing. Because have you ever read for Molly? Molly's one of our classmates.
No, I've read for Dion a lot and Mike,
Okay. Okay.
and that's it. I have never read for her.
She like it's I mean it's chill. Like it's like really she's really straightforward with it. But I find it like she's very methodical and like
Yeah.
her setup and how she does it because like she'll make TikToks about it. Curious to see what our classmates and peers do.
Yeah. But see, I feel like in situations like that, that's where it pays off to know how you work, but like what, like know your process so that you
Yeah.
can show up even on self-tape as the best, version of
Mm-hmm.
your character. So
I love
working on
that.
that.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Like everything, it's all a work in progress.
Yes, work
Yeah.
in progress. Well, um, we are going to do. Oh, you
All
know
right.
what?
It's the segment. Or no, that's not
Yes,
it.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Oh my goodness, my
We're
hair. I'm so
actors,
sorry. I just got yeah, and this actor just got incredibly vain. Sorry, I just have to fix my hair really quick. That is
but oh, go girl.
crazy.
Yes, with the hair. Yeah, we're actors. We have to look at stuff like that.
You know,
Um, by the way, it's really painful to watch yourself. By the way, um,
it's just not. It's hard.
there was a
It's hard.
trailer that came out of a short film I did a few months ago,
Hmm.
and I was like,
The one you did over the summer with Alex.
yeah, not because
Yeah.
it was bad, but I was just
No, no, no.
I saw
It's
myself,
just
I was
watching
like,
yourself.
oh, and you know what's funny? Before we get into the last segment, I used to watch interviews of Robert Pattinson saying that he hated watching himself.
Yes, he does.
And by the way, this is a Robert Pattinson stan,
Heard it
but
here first,
I
folks.
was like, that's weird. Like, I love watching myself. No, not anymore.
Nope, nope. And you know what's funny? It's like I still haven't watched the very first project that I ever did. Mind you, all I was a background character. I was an extra, and I cannot watch it. I can't because I'm like
Yes,
I don't want to see myself. I have no desire to
yes,
see myself.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Girl, I know exactly what you mean. But anyway,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so we're actors. And because we're actors, I think that we can pick up on things in the world, in film and theater. So, what is your favorite performance that you've seen this past week? Whether
All
it
right.
be TV, film, life, anything.
My favorite performance. I love this question. So it's not necessarily a specific performance. It is
Okay.
I was on Twitter because I am a Twitteraholic and I will continue to
Okay.
call it Twitter until the day I die. Don't give a fuck.
Hmm.
It was on Twitter and someone posted a compilation. So you know how what is it? No Drama with Zendaya and speaking of Rob Pattinson, their new movie. Yes, you know how like it just like got announced or whatever and people are starting to talk about
Yes.
it.
Yes.
So people, I guess I haven't seen the trailer yet, or I guess there are
Girl.
clips out. Yeah.
Girl.
Okay. Okay. As soon as we end this call, I'm on it. I am
Yeah.
on it. Like yes. Um. So people were talking about Zendaya and just like her career, obviously, and
Mhm.
they were saying she's always. Anytime she's acting with a white man, she's always slapping him. And so someone posted a compilation of all the times she slapped white men in her films,
Oh my
and
God.
I loved it. I was
She
I
did
watched it like 10
slap
or
him.
20 times because every single man she has been with, I think the exception of Tom Holland and Spider-Man,
Yeah.
she slapped the shit out of him, and I loved every
Interesting.
last one. And she did the oh my god,
That's
which one did she
hilarious.
do? She did the Challengers one, that was good. She did the Euphoria one, that was good. Yeah, she's always
Yeah.
slapping a man. Love that for her. Love
That's
that queen.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a,
Mm-hmm.
by the way, it's hard to like fake a slap.
Oh, it is. Like you have
Yeah.
to really like have it in you.
There should be a class for that, like how there's like archery.
I
Like,
mean, I'm sure there
I
probably
mean,
are.
maybe she's really smacking these dudes.
No, it looks like I think she, at least some of them she's smacking the shit out of.
Okay.
Yep,
I'm not
yep.
mad at
And I
that
really
at
liked that.
all.
That was my favorite performance this week. How about you?
I'm not mad at that at all. So I'm currently rehearsing for a stage play called
Mhm.
You Can't Take It With You. And There is a character in the play that dances like the entire time and not very well. Like she's like,
Intentionally.
yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the
Okay.
character. The character is clumsy and kind of like, flighty a little bit, but she dances like she doesn't walk across the stage. She's dancing across the stage. And watching this actor pull this off rehearsal after rehearsal, the effort it goes into, by the way, of just like moving while talking and then to be
Mm-hmm.
dancing and at times jumping up in the air, doing like
Mm-hmm.
bad pirouettes and turns and spins and stuff. And like that's a physical thing, you know what I mean? And watching her do this rehearsal after rehearsal and find moments that are funny and pauses and looks and stuff like that has been the highlight so far of my week because it's such like I tell her, I'm like, girl, you have such a hard job. Like it's you gotta memorize these lines and you gotta know to dance not well intentionally to make it funny and also like know your blocking and when to move a little to the left because so and so is walking in front. Like that's I can't wait to actually see that when we get to the show.
Oh my
Like I
goodness,
cannot wait.
that is so that I mean that's a job, right, as actors, but I think it's like to your point, like the mental gymnastics one has to be doing to do all of that and do it
Yeah.
well and
Yeah.
believably, or at least
Yeah.
as believable as like you can on stage,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes. All that. So
I love that. I
I
love that.
can't wait. I cannot wait. Also, there was another performance that I saw in Walmart. I went to Walmart a few hours ago. And
There's always a show at Walmart.
girl, there's always a performance going on in Walmart.
Hmm.
Why do people try to scam in Walmart? I can't. You know,
Like they don't have the most high-tech system in the whole wide world.
by the way, the best performances I've seen when they act like they don't know what like because there's something going on with like the coupons. There's some
Hmm.
type of like scam or whatever. And like get do what you have to do. I'm not
No
I don't
judgment.
work at Walmart, so get it how you live it. But wow, Oscar worthy performances.
Just like, is it just like the, oh, me? No, so, what do you
You're
mean?
like,
I thought this was perfectly good.
why doesn't it work? Is there something wrong with your machine? Like, because
Like,
there's nothing wrong over here, and that should be free. And it's like, girl, I'm not
no,
mad
you
at
know what
you.
I know, right? Like,
But also, like, can you do that somewhere else? Because there's one line open,
oh, so it was holding up the line.
girl. But I have nowhere to
Okay.
go, so
Okay.
I
So
can't be
you
mad at
had
them.
to wait and watch that.
A great performance, but
Tens. Tens all around.
exactly.
Cheers to her.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Oh man.
I think that concludes our episode for this week.
Hell yeah. You wanna know what's so funny?
What?
I literally texted you before we started filming and I said, "Hey girl, by the way, these have like our full names on them. I'm going to try and change mine." But I told you I was going to change mine, and guess who didn't change hers because I
Wait,
just
on the Zoom?
yeah, this shows up in the video.
Wow, not me trying to be
Yeah.
elusive T. Whatever.
And it's out there and now, okay. Good luck finding me.
So funny. Yeah, because I really don't put my full name anywhere else.
Mm-mm.
So it's like I do
Mm-mm.
that purposely though. I don't like to put all of my information on every social media app because I don't want my things connected.
Exactly.
Like if that makes sense.
Exactly. No, no, no. It makes perfect sense. Absolutely.
Yeah. I like to
Yes.
live my life compartmentalized.
Mm-hmm. Not everything needs to be shared everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Episode
Episode
2.
number 2. Done.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.